Down, down, down.
So let's continue with round two here at the 2019 Gibraltar Darts Trophy. And welcome to the stage the man from Belgium, a Grand Slam of Darts and World Championship quarter-finalist. He's the reigning two-time Unicorn World Youth Champion, the Dream Maker, Dimitri Van den Bergh. Bring to the stage a player that's reached 2 PDC ranking finals, a World Cup of Darts semi-finalist for the Netherlands, Machine Gun Jermaine Wattimena.
First game done and dusted, and it is the number 2 seed, the Diamond Ian White. Nowhere near his brilliant best, but still a 6-1 winner with 6 consecutive legs against Michael Rosenauer. This one should be closer. We're expecting it to be closer. These two are close. Good pals. They're in the same management stable, the Belgian number 1, Dimitri Van den Bergh, and the Dutch number 2, Jermaine Wattimena. Might sound a bit odd hearing that in your ears, but that's a fact. Jermaine Wattimena, the second highest ranked Dutchman in the world, and has been for a few months now, hence his appearance at the World Cup of Darts alongside Michael van Gerwen. He did not disgrace himself at all. I thought he acquitted himself pretty well, but he's been doing that for quite some time now, Jermaine. That is why he comes into this as one of the seeded players, the number 13 seed. But it is tight. Both men are still searching for their first PDC title. Both men have made 2 senior PDC finals. It is a difficult one to call. We know that the winner will face Dave Chisnall, the number 4 seed here this weekend, but at the moment that is all we know. Rob Malarkey, do you know any more?
It's Van den Bergh's night tonight.
Oh, well there you go.
Need not play this guy. No, I'm only joking. No, it's I just mentioned it in commentary yesterday with Van den Bergh. He just seems to be in a much better place. Things seem to be happening again for him, and I just think on the odd occasion here and there in Europe, especially with Wattimena, he is a bit hit and miss. And
first leg, Dimitri to throw
he's not been involved on the European Tour since Austria. He's missed a couple of these Euro Tour events. And also, you've got to look at the symmetry as well. They've met 4 times before, 2 wins apiece, and the winning player has alternated each time. So it is Van den Bergh's turn.
100.
Purely and simply. Bizarre theory, but there you go. You need something like that to find a winner, because as you say, Dan, you can make a case for either. But it's Wattimena who is out of the blocks with a ton 80.
Well, I believe that Jermaine Wattimena will win.
Well, there we go.
Because I think you only have to look at the seeded players today. And every single one has won apart from Johnny Clayton. But I've now changed my mind. Dimitri van den Bergh will win. No, it's Jermaine Wattimena.
I don't know. 137.
Well, look, if you were looking at last weekend for some sort of guide, you're not going to get any. Because Jermaine turned up in Barnsley and went out in the first round both days. Dimitri turned up in Barnsley and went out in round 1 and round 2. So it's not as if they did anything last weekend that suggested they were going to start off in this manner, threatening 12 darters, or even 11 darters in Jermaine's case.
.42, Jermaine, you require 50.
Wattimena on the cusp of an 11-dart break of throw here. 12 darts will do.
He's on the first leg.
Exactly what he's got.
Wattimena.
Well, we've just heard Ian White say that there'll be no friends on stage when he takes on Michael Smith in a very big game in terms of European Championship qualification.
83.
But these two are good pals, and Dimitri did say yesterday when he beat Scott Taylor by 6 legs to 3 that, look, we're pals, but we're just going to do our best, and I think there's a potentially really good contest in this, but we've got to put the friendship aside. But I have to say,
60.
6-3 for Dimitri against Scott Taylor.
Yeah, that doesn't really tell the whole
flattered him a little,
story.
didn't it?
Yeah,
he had a lower average, and if he didn't take out the 135 checkout to win the game when Scott Taylor was sat on 47,
58.
that game might well have been going the distance, and who knows what would have happened there.
The other thing with that match as well is the fact that Van den Bergh led 4-0 at one stage, but Taylor missed a double 14 in the opener, a bullseye in the second leg, a bullseye in the fourth as well. I mean, it could have easily been 3-1 the other way.
Yeah. And he got better as the game went on.
And then he got better as the game
Dimitri
went on.
got worse.
But the finishing was good from Van den Bergh. You've got to give him that. 6 out of 11 on his doubles yesterday.
And given the context, I think the 135 checkout may well be the best shot I've seen this weekend.
Yeah. Not the biggest checkout by any stretch, but yeah, given the context, given the situation,
122.
and given the potential for Taylor to claw his way back, I think you're right.
98.
Can't take out the 1-2-2, but it's not a disaster because Dimitri's not even on a finish.
Winner of this match to face Dave Chizzy Chisnell, who beat Jeffrey Desvan. 6-5 in another belter earlier today. Chizzy timing his run to perfection, finding that all-important elusive break of throw in the very last leg. Number 4 seed through to the final day.
I think he might have liked it to be a little bit more comfortable, but ultimately Dave Chisnell has produced one of the performances of the tournament 65. So far. Did have to survive a match dart.
40.
Yeah, a couple of finals on the Pro Tour this year for Jermaine Wattimena. 5 quarter-finals as well. He has been a fairly consistent threat on the Players' Championship circuit.
135.
Wattimena had plenty of room for a third treble 20 there, by the way, but he just strayed the wrong side. Hold on a moment.
140.
Ton 80 backed up by the ton 40.
80. Dimitri 116.
Van den Bergh's chance to get a leg on the board. This is the sort of position he'd like to be in on the Wattimena throw. But he needs a starting place.
100.
Yeah, he'd take that. The Dream Maker gives him 3 at double 8.
100.
Wattimena probably needed another treble there to really give Dimmy something to think about.
He's on the third leg, Dimitri van den Bergh. Fourth leg, Jermaine to
that's settling down.
Nice little 14 darter. Dimitri van den Bergh, one of the guys who always seems to wear a t-shirt under the dart shirt, which, I mean, I know it's not boiling hot in here, but even so, I mean, that's a lot of fabric you're wearing up there.
But it prevents the sweat, if there is any sweat, and let's face it, he's ice cool anyway, from making its way through to the shirt itself. Maybe it's a barrier that he likes to put in there. Keep the shirt dry. Means he doesn't have to wash it for tomorrow.
97.
Saving the environment.
Hey. Dimitri van den Bergh saving the Dimitri van den icebergs from melting.
Yes. Don't quite know how I found myself on that spiral there, but there
I don't know either. Oh, hello. Oh,
112.
Two in the treble 18, but couldn't follow it up with another. I mean, probably shouldn't have been looking at the 18s, but still.
58.
Staying there, though. Loose start.
Dimitri
Leaves that 1-1-6 that Dimitri left in the previous leg, couldn't take out. But Jermaine wasn't there to have a crack at anything in the previous leg. Dimitri is.
$58. Dimitri 116. 100. Dimitri Uruguay 109.
Just like Dimitri, knocks 100 off the 1-1-6 to leave himself double 8s. Dimitri's going to get a dart. Double 16 the targets.
93. Jermaine Uruguay 16.
Let off for Jermaine Wattimena. Well, I say that.
He's on the full flag. Jermaine Wattimena.
See what that means as well. Very animated response by Jermaine Wattimena. These two players, by the way, both will be involved in the forthcoming World Grand Prix. It's a nice little bit of symmetry as well, because Van den Bergh gets his campaign underway against Mervyn King, who faced Wattimena in the opening round last year. Wattimena, I don't think missed too many darts at an opening double in that match against Mervyn King either. And as for Wattimena, he's up against Adrian Lewis this time around. Wattimena looking forward to his second appearance at the World Grand Prix.
Yeah, it will be a debut for Dimitri, but that's a reflection of
58.
The strides he's made. That's the thing. The World Grand Prix and the World Match Play, two tournaments where you've got the top 16 in the world rankings. So that's all the money you've earned over 2 years. And then the top 16 on the Pro Tour tournament, that's all you earn in 1 year. So the theory is you have the best 16 players in the world, and outside of that, the 16 most in-form players. That's the thinking. Now, Dimitri, neither of these guys has reached the top 16 yet because they haven't done enough in big TV tournaments. But Jermaine, over the last couple of years, has been one of the best 16 in-form players because he's been doing stuff in tournaments like this and Pro Tour events. And Dimitri is now among that number as well. Superb setup. Leaves that 1-1-6 again, but the 1-0-6 for Dimitri. Could go for 3-2.
74. Jermaine Uruguay 116.
It's on. It's on. It's in.
4-1,
and the machine gun might be running away with it.
Yeah.
Sixth leg, Jermaine to throw first.
Well, that's just a classic example of how a game of this magnitude, a match of this nature, this short format can just turn so quickly. I mean, Van den Bergh not so long ago was potentially lining up a leveller at 2 apiece, missed out on that opportunity, and now Maynard steps in again for a 4-1 lead.
Well, even in that leg, he was 290 points required, 2 visits, 174, 116. Thank you very much. Good night. 4-1 up, and it looks like Jermaine has the game in the palm of his hand. And look at his demeanour now. This is the thing with Jermaine, as Dimitri looks to fill it up, and does do so. It was on the European Tour maybe 2 or 3 years ago, can't remember which one it was, but he turned up and played in the Netherlands, and Jermaine Wattimena, who had been stoic, no response, no anything, didn't react to the crowd, didn't do anything on his walk-on. He suddenly decided, I'm going to try and enjoy this. And he's flapping his arms around his walk-on and getting the crowd involved. Now he celebrates stuff. He runs around the place. He waves his arms around. He takes a big check out. He believes he belongs up there. He feels more comfortable.
And look what is on here, 1-1-6, just in case Van den Bergh does not find double 12. And he's only got one dart in hand as well. And Wattimena way well stepping again here. Took the 116 out in leg 5.
60.
Needs mistakes again.
Dimitri, you require 24.
Oh, to break back immediately. Double 6. Dimitri continues to miss.
12.
And continues to miss. And
56.
Dimitri van den Bergh.
46.
He's given a let off.
Dimitri, you require 12.
Well, this is the least efficient leg of the match
He's
so
on the
far.
sixth
But Van den
leg.
Bergh won't care
Dimitri
too much about that, because with a number of let-offs he
Seventh leg,
has
Dimitri
taken
to
full
the
advantage,
reverse.
and he trails
Game
4-2. It's a break back, but he's still got plenty to do. Yeah, Wattimena, just going back to what we were saying as well, 16th on the Pro Tour order of merit right now. Talked about that
83.
consistency, being in form to get yourself into tournaments like the World Grand Prix. And as I mentioned, 5
100.
quarter-finals on the Pro Tour this year. A couple of finals as well. Okay, he's not won one, and he dearly would love to, but he is a consistent force on the floor.
60.
Yeah, well, this year, I mean, he made a final against Michael van Gerwen in the very first event of the year. Lost that because MVG averaged 109 against him, and he still got 4 legs, lost it 8-4. The other one, he played Brendan Dolan. It was a real battle in Hildesheim, and it was 8-5, but Brendan was excellent in just some key
58.
moments. But he's not disgraced himself. That's the thing. He averaged 96 and a bit against Brendan. He averaged
140.
99 nearly against Van Gerwen. It's not as if he's got there and choked. Dimitri had 97 against Glenn Durrant, which is more than Glenn Durrant. He lost 8-3 in his final earlier on this year.
140. You only require 124. 92. Dimitri, you require 160.
Well, we saw the 160 yesterday from Kachuk, I think it was. But it ain't going to go here for Van den Bergh.
And for a
Easy
third
one.
consecutive
Jermaine
break of
Wattimena,
throw, and to put
32.
Jermaine Wattimena on the brink of the last
He's on the
16.
7th leg. Jermaine
Easily
Wattimena.
done by the machine gun.
8th leg, Jermaine to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, just when it looks as though Van den Bergh might be about to launch a counter-attack, he's put back in his box by
96.
Jermaine Wattimena.
Well, Dave Chesnell looked excellent
100.
this afternoon. It was a superb contest with Jeffrey Desvan. This isn't bad. It's pretty solid stuff from Jermaine
125.
Wattimena. But if he runs into Chizzy playing like he did this afternoon, he may have to find another level if he's going to go on and make the quarterfinals
60.
and keep alive his hopes of a first PDC title this weekend.
Yeah, he made his first
99.
quarter-final on the Euro Tour earlier this year. That was in Denmark. He lost to Chizzy in that one as well, 6-1. So he's got something to address if he does get the opportunity, and it looks as though he will.
59.
Wattimena has quietly, and there is Belgium's number 2, Kim Huybrechts, who could be a quarter-final opponent for one of these.
43.
But he is very quietly, Jermaine Wattimena, clambered up the rankings. He's not as celebrated as the likes of Jeffrey Desvan. And people were talking about put Jeffrey Desvan in with the World Cup team with Michael van Gerwen if you're not going to put Barney. Well, no.
138.
Wattimena's done more. Perhaps not as high profile, but he's done it.
90.
And he leaves himself a 2-dart checkout for a 6-2 win against the 2-time World Youth Champion. We said that these guys were quite evenly matched coming into this. It's been
58.
a pretty
Jermaine
even
48.
game, but I don't think you can complain with Wattimena walking away with the win.
Game.
And
Yeah.
he's done it by a 4-leg margin.
Yeah, Wattimena wraps it up. It's another victory for another seeded player. Not too many upsets here today on day 2 in Gibraltar. The dream is over for the dream maker. Jermaine Wattimena advances into round 3 to face Dave Chisholm.
Come on, Jermaine, in your own time. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the quickest players in the world, Jermaine Wattimena. One of the slowest at coming for interviews. There we go. Jermaine, congratulations. Pretty solid stuff against a friend of yours, but there's no friends on stage.
No. We're good fans, but on stage, we're enemies. Very good.
But you've made 2 finals this year. You've come really close to winning your first PDC title. Do you think that it's easier for you to do it in the floor tournaments, away from the fans? You seem to enjoy playing on the stage much more nowadays than you used to.
Yeah, much more enjoy the stage, but before I can explain, but on the floor everything is going well, and you come on stage, then everything going less. I don't know why.
Well, a couple of years ago, I remember you saying, I just decided I'm going to go up there and have fun. I'm going to wave my arms around, I'm going to celebrate more. And that seems to have helped you find better standards of darts. That you enjoy it more, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. You saw my last double 2 and 116, and you have to enjoy more yourself for the result. On stage, I think you get your focus.
Dave Chisnell next. You've already played him on the Euro Tour this year. He went on and won the title that day. Yeah, that one. But you know, you've been playing. You're a seeded player now. When you look at new winners this year, Jamie Hughes has won one. Joe Cullen's won one. You could be the next guy, couldn't you?
I hope so. Yeah, I can. But like to play a championship, I lose against some guys. I didn't win the tournament. Hopefully, they lose against me and I win the tournament.
We shall see. Ladies and gentlemen, the machine gun Jermaine Wattimena will win against Dimitri van den Bergh. He will take on Chizzy, Dave Chisnell, a former finalist here in Gibraltar tomorrow.